What's wrong, Turtis?
Chan asked.
Miss Prey. She just texted. She's canceling her contract with us. What? Everyone shouted in unison, except Akbab, who didn't even know the details of this customer. She tilted her head, confused. Are you sure? Call her. Right now. Chan barked an order. Turtis dialed Miss Prey's number again and again, but the other party never picked up. The girl's face turned paler than a boiled chicken. Nothing. Miss Prey's not picking up. Did she say why she's canceling? Pat asked.
No.
She only sent that one text.
And
there's something else we should be worried about. What is it? Say it now. We already sent her the first draft of the design. Turtis admitted, squeezing her eyes shut. The entire office froze in shock, especially Young, who felt like he was about to faint. He fumbled for an herbal inhaler from his pocket and shoved it under his nose. Only Akbab managed to keep her head straight enough to fire a question with a stern tone of voice. Why did you send it before the contract was confirmed? You do realize she can just take that design and run with it, right? Sorry. I'll try calling Miss Prey. Sensing panic across the office, Pat stepped in quickly, trying to control the situation with his calm. This is probably a misunderstanding. We've still got a chance. Why bother? Anyone can tell she's ghosting us. We should be talking to her in person. In person? When would she be available? Well, she'd better be now. Akbab turned to Turtis, who had been handling this customer since the beginning. You're coming with me.
Wait.
You're seriously going over there right now? Chan could barely grab her in time. Didn't you two drag me back here to fix problems? When exactly would you like me to start if not right now? Akbab shot back, then turned around and stormed out, Turtis rushing to keep up. The sudden arrival of uninvited guests left Miss Prey's face tense. Her annoyance filled every corner of the meeting room. But with her deal with Jinta Architect not working out, she couldn't actually throw Akbab and Turtis out. She had no choice but to sit down and face them amid the heavy tension. Still, Akbab revealed nothing but her calm and a soft smile. My apologies for dropping by unannounced.
I'm Akbab.
Mr. Pat asked me to personally assist you on his behalf. It's fine, but I've made my decision to cancel our contract. May I ask if there is any issue about our work? You seemed quite happy with the design at first.
Well, yes.
I liked it at first, but I don't anymore. Akbab nodded, completely unbothered. If there's anything you're unhappy with, we'd be happy to revise the design. One more draft, no extra charge. If it's a full redo, I think it's just a waste of time for both sides. Not at all. If you're not satisfied, we're more than willing to revise it until it meets your expectations. Prey locked eyes with Akbab's unwavering gaze. Hearing that sincere determination, she finally let out a sigh. Her stiff expression noticeably softened. The design is fine. The problem's on my end. There is nothing more to discuss. I'll take care of the remaining payment soon. I understand. But may I ask what the real reason behind the cancellation is? Prey looked visibly uncomfortable with guilt, but eventually answered. To be honest, the economy isn't great right now. My company took quite a hit. The budget for this project was cut way more than I'd planned. I had to make a choice. That was enough for Akbab to connect the dots. Someone offered you a better price, didn't they? Prey didn't answer right away. But then, her phone screen lit up with an incoming call, and the name was K. Mind space. The smile that Akbab had worn all this time faded for a long moment. When it finally returned, it was thinner with bitterness as Prey hurried to flip her phone face down on the table. As if that would change anything. I hope we'll get the chance to work together again someday, Akbab said politely, bowed a little, then turned on her heel and marched out of the meeting room just as swiftly as she'd arrived. Coffee Club was a cafe designed with a perfect blend of minimal zen and the white and gray shades of a cozy cottage, balanced with wood furniture and touches of green. The whole space felt close to nature, peaceful and soothing. In one corner sat a 23-year-old girl with her hair pinned up, using a pencil instead of a hairpin. She was focusing on piecing together empty tissue paper rolls into a sculpture. When she was happy with it, she snapped a photo with her iPad and opened her sketch app. Rin quickly sketched an architectural concept based on her paper rolls model. Humming to herself, she looked as happy as anyone could be. Once finished, she uploaded the time-lapse video of her drawing onto her Instagram, Rinkitect, which had nearly 80,000 followers. Rin, come help me confirm this delivery order, called Prim, her sweet sister, who is 9 years older. On it, on it. Rin stood up, heading for the counter. The moment the upload finished, Rin's phone chimed nonstop, with likes flooding in. The older sister glanced over, her brow raised with interest. That many people liked your drawing? Rin carelessly shrugged, and Prim couldn't hold back her words. Seriously, Rin, go get a real job. You spent years studying architecture. People are literally offering you jobs. Why do you keep turning them down just to make coffee with me? I just haven't found the right people or the right place yet. And I just turned down another offer. Big name firm, too.
Ow.
Rin jolted as her sister smacked her arm. Is that something to be proud of? Forget the delivery order. Since you love rejecting good jobs so much, go pick up the pastries from the shop down the street instead. Tell them we'll settle the bill at the end of the month, same as always. Using your little sister again, huh? Or you can say goodbye to your snack money. And how am I supposed to survive without that? Fine, I'm going. Rin grabbed her crossbody bag, dashed out the door, and hopped onto her tiny scooter before her sister could cut her snack allowance. What's the update on a new hire to help my team? I'll need to let everyone know. I originally had my eye on this award-winning kid named Rin, but plans changed, and we got someone else now. This one's just as solid. I'll have HR send over their profile. A 33-year-old businessman dressed head to toe in expensive designer brands replied as he walked. His look perfectly matched the sleek, luxurious interiors of Mindspace. What happened? Did the first one ask for too much money?
No.
She said she didn't want to work for Mindspace. Mind actually stopped walking, her eyebrows shooting up. Someone turned us down? Doesn't want to work for Mindspace.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just one kid. Don't waste your brain cells over it. Once we figure out where she ends up, we can just buy out the entire firm if we have to. Can you stop talking about buying other companies? How would we manage it all? We're already understaffed and drowning in work. I don't want us to end up losing both money and energy. Dee waved off her concern like it was nothing, laughing as he patted her shoulder with confidence. His eyes gleamed with ambition. Don't worry, I've got this. He led his junior into the nearest elevator, hit the top floor, then shot a grin back at her. I'm going to take Mindspace to the top of this country. Trust me. The GPS on the dashboard of the car Akbab had borrowed from her brother was painted in nothing but red lines. Traffic was horrific. The heat outside was brutal, but the driver inside the car was even hotter. She fidgeted nonstop until Tertiz, sitting in the same car, could only focus on breathing as softly as possible. She didn't even dare inhale too deeply, afraid that any sound from her would be the spark that set Akbab off like a bomb inside the car. Tertiz. Yes. The girl jolted. My body needs sugar. Is there a good dessert shop around here? I should get something. Around here? Yes. There's one just up ahead, but you'll have to walk into a small alley dash before she could even finish her sentence. The driver yanked the steering wheel, pulling over right away. Tertiz was thrown forward, nearly screaming in shock. What's the shop called? Tertiz told her, one hand pressed against her chest. You coming with me?
No.
I'm good. I'll wait here. Akbab said nothing. She simply unbuckled her seatbelt, stepped out, and slammed the door shut like it was a way to vent her frustration. Tirtiz shrank into her seat, watching the young woman disappear into the alley. Only then did she dare take a full breath, realizing she'd barely breathed the entire ride out of fear. So this is it, Akbab muttered, looking at the shop's facade. The dessert shop Tirtiz recommended wasn't far from the main road, and was easy to spot. The sign was clear, and the vibe was cute. But then her eyes landed on a crack running along the wall. She frowned and inspected it for a moment. Then she pushed the door open and walked inside. And the first thing that hit her was heat. Not the suffocating kind like outside, but a strange warmth that shouldn't be there. One glance at the air conditioner confirmed she wasn't imagining it. The thermostat read 20 degrees Celsius. Her eyes scanned the space, looking for the cause, but other issues caught her attention first. Crooked wall tiles. Sloppy grout work, indicating that this wasn't done by a proper tiler. Uneven beams. Cracks in the floor where the tiles were packed too tightly. The list was endless. What can I get you? A greeting came from behind the counter. Akbab shifted her gaze away from the flaws and glanced over the menu before ordering a drink and sweet. 2 slices of the dark chocolate cake, 2 egg tarts, and 1 caramel macchiato to go, please. That'll be 290 baht. As she made the payment, for a split second, Akbab meant to stay quiet, but the urge won. After grabbing her drink and pastries, she asked, sorry. How long has the shop been open? About 5 years now. What Akbab didn't notice was someone lining up behind her while she talked. Has the building ever been renovated or modified in that time? Not really. It's been like this since we opened. The woman behind the counter, presumably the owner, sounded a little puzzled. Why do you ask? Akbab pointed toward the cracked wall and other worn-out spots around the shop. Well, judging by the cracks in the wall, the foundation's probably settling. You should really have it checked for safety. Also, I would recommend separating the baking area from the cafe space. The heat is overworking your AC, increasing your electricity costs, and making the shop uncomfortable. Or you could consider installing a proper air vent instead. 16, as she explained, she pulled out her phone, opened her firm's Instagram, and politely held it out. If you ever think about renovating, all our contact info is right here on our Instagram page. Consultations are free. The owner blinked in surprise, completely thrown off her feet. And then a voice chimed in from right behind Akbab. Are you scamming her into hiring you, or what, Grandma? Akbab froze, furrowed her brow, and slowly turned to look. It was a young woman with a pencil in her hair bun instead of a hairpin. Her expression, her tone, and her look were downright annoying. Grandma? You mean me? Akbab raised her brows, pointing at herself.
Duh.
Who else? There is only you here. I don't think this is gonna work. I am not. Not scamming? Then how should we call it? Randomly barging into a shop, babbling like a sales pitch, then flashing your company profile. Sketchy as hell. I was just... Don't bother explaining. Not buying it. Oh, and you know it's illegal to alter a building without the owner's permission, right? Akbab suddenly wasn't sure who was babbling now. Her blood pressure spiked with anger.
Wow.
Someone thinks she knows everything. Let me guess, you're a lawyer? Or an architect, maybe? I don't need to be either to know basic stuff, you know? Anyone watching from Uranus could tell you're just here to scam people. 17. I am not scamming. Akbab didn't think she'd be raising her voice at anyone today besides her brothers, but here she was, yelling at a random girl she'd met less than 5 minutes ago. Watch your mouth, kid. Ever heard of manners? Don't you know how to speak to an adult properly?
Ah.
Pulling the I'm older card the moment you run out of comebacks? And you know why I've managed to survive this long, kid? Because I'm not a foul-mouthed brat like you. Keep that up, and you're gonna drop dead faster than a mosquito. Excuse me, ma'am.